Oh no.
Oh, really?
Do you know who is our first agent?
Hey, don't
Okay.
say it like you.
Hi, my name is Galvin,
My name is Evelyn.
and we have a family of 4. We stay in the Sengkang area.
We have 2 daughters. They're 3 years old as well as 1 year old.
How do you get to know Johnny and Cynthia?
Saw flyers outside the house, and one of them was Johnny and Cynthia. So I thought of contacting Johnny and Cynthia to hear from them how they are going to go about selling houses.
Maybe you can share with us like your first meetup with them. Like, how was the experience like?
And of those that we contacted, Johnny and Cynthia were some of the people who were the fastest to respond. But the one thing we thought was very interesting is that when they did come, they made us feel quite comfortable. And this was in contrast to a couple of our other sales experiences before that.
Yeah, I think one thing that stood out to me was that they were sincere. And they're explaining to us what were our choices in terms of coming to selling houses as well as our next steps.
Before you met Johnny and Cynthia, what were your plans?
We were quite hesitant with whether we would sell the house.
Do you want to consider like even resale HDB before or?
Public markets are slower to rise up, so moving back into a public house like an EC actually made a lot of sense, especially if you're both buying and selling within a short period of time.
We were eyeing like primary schools in the east, and if you think about that, there are limited new developments around that area. And I really liked it when Johnny was actually frank with us, and he said that if you really want to look at both staying in your own place as well as looking at it from an investment point of view, the only thing you can think about is EC, which is Park Central, because the rest of the housing around the Tampines Avenue 10 have reached a point of saturation where the prices won't climb as much. And we validated that through our own research, so he wasn't telling us to kind of like beef up our choices, but it was true. So I think that part also appealed to us.
So very in-depth research from Johnny and
Both of them.
So if we said we wanted to see all the houses in the area, regardless of whether he thought it was a good idea or not, he still helped us get it done.
Yeah.
Right? So that allowed us to invalidate our own incorrect beliefs, which is, I think...
It was very helpful for us to eventually make the choice that he originally proposed.
So have you quite a number of resales?
I think more than 10. I think together Johnny and Cynthia went more than 10 altogether.
Definitely more than 10,
Oh, okay.
Definitely more than 10, yeah.
More than 20.
More than 20. More than 20, I think.
So like, is it a hassle like, because you have 2 kids, is it a hassle to like have to shift twice, that kind of thing?
We are fairly aligned with our top end goal. So if the objective is to move to this place and to sell, if there is a half dozen
Other things
annoying things that has to be done, put your stuff into storage or whatever,
we'll still do it.
we'll do it.
They were quite cool when we say we go for a new launch and probably we need to look for some other place to stay. At that point in time, I remember they were very like, oh, okay lah, can, I think can.
We also met like owners and they're very hesitant because they feel that I have to shift their kids. And the kids got a lot of stuff also.
Oh, it's an opportunity to throw away their stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Declutter the place.
Declutter the place, definitely.
So that night, we opened Netflix Marie Kondo, tidying up with Marie Kondo about new season. Then we
Super
watched one
useful,
series and then we threw away half our clothing.
Yeah.
Pros and cons of a resale and new launch that you all experience through.
Pain now versus benefit in the future, right? So when you are selling, you are moving twice, you may be moving to a smaller or significantly worse place, when in your mind you're in the preparation stage, right, of moving to a better area, right? You are mentally like, I'm upgrading, but my upgrading causes me to move into a 50-year-old HDB for 1 year.
Where the space we're currently in, we're closer to my extended family and use that time to bond together. The thing is that through the process, children are more adaptable than we think actually. I prepared her and said that, hey, we're going to move, and help her get excited about the move, right? Give her boxes and she kept all the toys herself. Now she's all right.
Johnny and Cynthia is your second agent.
In terms of like you signed the marketing thing, yes, second.
Yeah.
So maybe you can share with us in terms of, you know, like what do you feel was the difference between them?
You know who is our first agent?
Hey, don't say it like you. Don't do that.
Okay, definitely.
One thing that I was concerned with is having a property agent kind of strongly encouraging or in a way pushing me to sell when I'm not ready or I feel the price point is not right. So it was a concern I brought up to Cynthia and Johnny when we first met them. I said, oh, what if the pricing is not right? Are you going to make me sell? And they said, no, then you wait for the right price. And then I felt that, okay, if the agents will listen to us and walk us through the way before making a decision, I felt comfortable with that. And even asked Cynthia and Johnny when they were helping us sell 2808. We had an offer, I think, like within 2 weeks of the house, very fast. But I was not comfortable at that point with the price point, and she was okay with letting go. So the thing is that, like, thinking about it, is how much they put in a lot of work for, to help us feel satisfied. And we eventually waited 3-4 months. And it was so I felt very happy with, like, they waited until we felt ready to sell. Yeah, and they listened to us.
So not pushy,
No. I mean, it's a consultative process. Of course, we also listen to their advice to what's the right price point, whether what we say is the all right price point to sell. And they say that I think it's possible, and then okay, let's go for that then.
I feel very grateful to have both of your trust, and besides the transaction and even this video, we're really thankful like y'all immediately say okay. Then of course, like what I mentioned earlier, the trust that y'all gave us, because we didn't really tell you but sometimes when y'all left home, we feel that 哇，这个 owner 很好好像很放心能够嫁给我这样。So this is a little bit of things that I felt along the way. Then I feel the more I feel I need to do better.
So we come to the end of the video. I'd like to thank Galvin and Evelyn for your time. So that's all. So we are HomeGen, and this is HomeGen Friends.